GameRanks presents the top 10 new games of April 2016. These are all the games worth paying attention to this month, and I gotta say, I think it's a pretty exciting one, but that's just me. Let's get started off with number 10. Fallout 4 is getting its next little bit of DLC, this time the Wasteland Workshop, sometime in April. Details are somewhat scant at this point, but it does seem like this is going to expand upon people who really liked building stuff in Fallout 4. If you were into creating and building a settlement and making ridiculous contraptions and crafting your weapons, the idea here is that this $5 expansion is going to build upon those game mechanics. Also, apparently there's going to be some arena stuff and making your own, and I'm really into that. Whether you're a season pass holder or not, this little bit of Fallout add-on might be worth checking out. And at number 9 we have Dirt Rally, finally releasing on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and it's worth talking about because it's a damn good rally game, and rally games are awesome. I don't know what it is, but something about driving around in a fast car in the dirt is sometimes just a little bit more exciting than pavement racing sim games. And the dirt games are some of the best, and Rally has been reviewed very highly. It's gonna look great, it's gonna play great, and it's huge, with 6 different types of rallies over 70 stages. There's a lot of racing here, and if you've played it on PC already, you can definitely attest to that. And at number 8 we have Alienation. This is releasing as of right now exclusively for PlayStation 4, and it's from the makers of other Sony-centric games like Dead Nation, Resogun, and Super Stardust. If you played any one of those, you know what you're in for with Alienation, but I gotta say, judging from the gameplay trailers, this one looks pretty exciting. It's an isometric shooter with basically space marines versus aliens, and it looks pretty badass and intense. The bullets are flying, there's lots of particle effects, it looks like it gets very chaotic and challenging, and the player character designs look like Warhammer Space Marines, and I'm really into that. Details are kind of slight on this one too, I guess because it is a smaller downloadable game, but that doesn't make it any less worth mentioning. And at number 7 we have Ratchet & Clank releasing this month. Finally, the remaking of the original classic game. And I know I've been kind of repeating myself, but I gotta say I'm really excited for this one too. As a Ratchet & Clank fan, I'm really happy to be jumping back into that very unique sci-fi cartoony world again. It's just a good time for Ratchet & Clank. We're getting this, we're getting a movie, and it's just so good to have those characters back. Not to mention, the game is really fun to play, based around weapons, platforming, and upgrading those weapons. The Ratchet & Clank series has always just been a good combination of gameplay, and it definitely deserves a spot on this list. And at number 6, speaking of creatures in space with furry ears, let's talk about Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero, after many delays, is finally releasing, and it's another reason to dust off that old Wii U. This looks like very good, solid, and classic Star Fox gameplay. Not only are you flying around blasting other ships, but you can go down to the ground and transform into a mech for some pretty seamless gameplay sequences. There is like an extremely easy mode to turn on for kid players to play through the game without ever facing any challenge, and it's caused some controversy, but of course it is a feature that can be completely ignored. Other than that, it just looks like simple, good, clean Nintendo fun. And you know what? The Wii U needs more of that. It's maybe not really getting much more of that, but at least we have this. And at number 5, we have Bravely Second: End Layer. This is the sequel to the awesome 3DS JRPG Bravely Default. End Layer takes place roughly 2.5 years after the events from the first game, and it's got a new look, new characters, new music, additions to gameplay, and it's been doing very well in Japan. It's both reviewed highly and sold very well, so fans of the series in Japan are apparently really loving it, so we're hoping that now, a year later, with it finally making its way to North America, it's going to be worth the wait. And at number 4, speaking of things being worth the wait, we have the Banner Saga 2. If you played the Banner Saga, you know it's probably awesome, but you're really probably waiting to see what they do with Banner Saga 2 story-wise. Banner Saga 2 takes place after the events of the first game, where the choices you made in that game will now affect who is alive and who is dead in this new story. The gameplay and cutscenes and art style are as beautiful and as hand-drawn as ever. The story emphasizes players' decisions even more this time around. There's a bunch of new characters, new land, new music, and a new race called Horseborn. I don't know about you guys, but I want to know what that is. Strategy battles in the game are supposed to be bigger, longer, and harder. And just judging from the screenshots and trailers that have been released, this looks like a game and a story worth sinking your teeth into. And at number 3 on our list, we have Enter the Gungeon. This Devolver Digital game is a crazy, over-the-top bullet hell / dungeon crawler. If you think that sounds like a good combination of gameplay styles, I'd agree with you. It's pretty awesome. Look at this game. It looks absolutely awesome. While we see a lot of pixel-based games here and there, Devolver Digital's classic retro-style games have really kind of stepped it up, and Enter the Gungeon definitely looks like it's no joke. All the dungeons are procedurally generated, so you're going to get a lot of gameplay here, especially with the focus on finding and getting better guns as loot. The game is all about cool, awesome guns and quirky characters that you can choose between. So basically, if you just like shooting and blowing shit up, Enter the Gungeon might be for you. And at number 2, we have Quantum Break. This is Remedy's long-awaited, used to be Xbox One exclusive that is now also releasing for Windows 10. And whatever console it is going to be on, this looks like a great third-person shooter. At first glance, it might look a little generic with a boring main character and some time-shifting gameplay possibilities, but I really just have faith in Remedy here because where they like to take the story and gameplay always make their games pretty unique, especially once you dig past the surface level. I'm really hoping Quantum Break is no different. And even still, while some people think that shooting gameplay looks generic, I think it looks like a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. But now we're at number 1. Speaking of games I can't wait to get my hands on, Dark Souls 3. Oh my god. There's been lots of Twitch streams and YouTube videos out of this game so far, and it looks amazing. I almost don't want to spoil it for myself too much because the beauty of these games is really the surprise around every corner. And Dark Souls 3 looks amazing. Not only from a graphical standpoint, but just from gameplay, the tweaks here look like they make sense. And some of the looks at character designs and boss types, just it all looks mind-blowing. And of course, really challenging. As a newly converted Souls fan from Bloodborne, I will be ready for Dark Souls 3 day 1. So guys, those are the best games releasing in April 2016. We also have some bonus games, including a new episode of The Walking Dead Michonne, Battlefleet Gothic Armada, and Lichdom Battle Mage, and Invisible Ink releasing for PlayStation 4. Guys, these are the games we genuinely think are worth taking a look at in April 2016, and we want to know what games you're looking forward to playing the most. Let's talk about it in the comments. Are you ready for Quantum Break? Are you a diehard Star Fox fan? Are you looking for a reason to jump back into Fallout 4? Let's talk about any of these games down in the comments. But you guys know the deal. If you like this video and maybe learned about a game releasing this month, clicking the like button really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. If this is your first time here and you're new, subscribing is a good idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.